Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is one of the releases today. This is kind of an interesting one. A Diary of the Plague Year, an illustrated chronicle of 2020 by Elise Engler and published by Metropolitan Books. Now, it's not quite a comic, it's not quite a graphic novel. It really is just kind of like a chronicle of the year with art. And it's interesting to go back. I mean, 2020 was a dumpster fire. I mean, I think we can all agree on that, right? Like, it was not a good year. It was there was a lot of issues with it, and yeah, I mean it was interesting. Let's go with that. So yeah, I mean it takes us through 2020. It takes us through the year that was up until 2021, January 2021, and I think what's kind of amazing is to go through of like it feels so recent and so long ago at the same time. It generally takes us through like one kind of event on every single page chronologically, with some art to go along with it. The art's, I don't know how to describe it. We'll show it off obviously, but it's kind of like watercolor, crayon-ish design. Like it's really interesting and beautiful. It's something I actually might hang a few of these around. Like it would be something I would love to see like in an actual art display. But what I think was fascinating is going back and reading this is one, it's a reminder of how just tumultuous and all over the place 2020 was. But there was a lot of stuff that I either didn't know about or don't remember or didn't remember. And what's funny is like, it's such a crazy year, such a horrible year, that like the stuff you don't remember, you're just like, holy crap, this makes it even more of a terrible year. There's a little couple bright spots, but not a whole lot. But I mean, it goes through everything. You know, obviously, COVID being the huge thing, but you know, the election and some international relations, and we started off the year with an impeachment trial. I mean, like we started the year with an impeachment trial, and then it kind of went on from there. Like that to me is like, yeah, you had Kobe, and there's just all sorts of just crazy stuff going on, Brexit, and, well, a lot of this has to do with U.S., stuff that went on in the U.S., there was a lot else covered, and, I mean, things that people forget, there was, in the U.S., here, February 3rd, the U.S. dropped more bombs on Afghanistan in 2019 than any year since Pentagon started keeping records in 2006, and, everyone kind of sits there and was like, oh, Trump dialed back the Afghanistan war. It's like, no, not really. And then there's like, 6 indigenous leaders killed in the Nicaragua biosphere raid, which I don't even know about. It's not something I even remember. And then, of course, you had the Iowa caucus at that point. But, I mean, it's just, to me, is kind of crazy. You got the Wuhan doctor that died from corona on this, and just it's weird to go back. It's one of those like, I'm kind of happy this exists because I don't think anyone would believe at just how freaking insane all of this is. And it touches on just really small stuff. You got like Turkey, Syria tensions escalating. You've got the Supreme Court ruling that border agents can't, who shoot foreign nationals, can't be sued. It's just it's big stuff, and I hate to say small stuff, but like it really covers everything to just show off what an insane year was. I just can't emphasize like just how much of this is a reminder of the insanity that was this time period. I mean, I love this, and just that it's just a reminder. Like, it's funny, we all talk about kind of like the trauma and PTSD over what we've experienced these last years, but like that's part, like some of this comes back because of it. Like it's just, it hits you of just how bad it is, and how bad it was. Like it's just, John Lewis passing, like it's just it covers everything, and it's interesting to go back and read, and it's gonna be a tough thing to check out. But I mean, honestly, to me, someone needed a Chronicle 2020, and I think this actually does a really solid job of doing it in a digestible way, and it's not just U.S. centric. It really does do a good job of kind of looking at everything around the world. Yeah, and I mean, it's just one of those of like. It was a hell of a year. It was a hell of a year. So, interesting. Really interesting stuff. If you want to remember what was, you can go get this now. I don't know if this is going to be in comic shops, but we'll have a link underneath this video where you can find a comic shop near you. If you don't have one near you, or they can't get it themselves, we've got links underneath this video where you can purchase it. There'll be affiliate links, so we get a small percentage of that by doing that and support a site, though. So thank you. I, of course, want to thank Metropolitan Books for hooking us up with this review copy. Appreciate that. And, of course, thank you all for watching. This is really interesting stuff. I mean, yeah, it's kind of fun and not going back over here. If you want the latest comic news, reviews, whatever, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're at we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.